Hey everybody, this is Nicholas live here in Venice Beach, California with Rafael Groswirt, the CEO of NoLimitCoin, also known as CryptoFantasySports.com. And this beautiful day, we finally met in person. It's such a pleasure. And you know what, guys? Today was the meetup that Cameron, also known as Crypto Daily, organized for all the crypto people. And you gotta say, it's beautiful to see what a tight-knit community this is and how well people really love interacting. And I feel like I already know you because we spoke multiple times on streams and on Skype. And when you actually meet in person, people who are already really close online, you feel like we're already so close. It's not like we already know each other personally, and it's just beautiful.
We're family. That's how close we are, because we all work together towards a single goal. We practically interact every single day, and we all know where we want to go. And it's a roller coaster ride, and it's very exciting. It's very exhilarating to see the passion and the amount of energy that everybody puts into it, and the positive words that I get so much, which are really fundamental to me feeling great. And that just gives me more and more energy to continue pushing. And nothing has changed. On the contrary, every day that passes, things come into more and more focus in terms of what we're achieving. Of course, we wish we could come out and deliver all the sports that we're gonna deliver, and then the demand for the coin would be there right away. But it's just one of those things, like building a building. You build one floor at a time. But from the inside,
not a sprint, it's a marathon.
It's a marathon, but it's an exciting marathon. And to see everybody's collaboration, and to see how far we are from our competitors, it is also astounding that when people do get together and all those ideas come and they become one, things are great. So we feel that our fantasy sports platform is way above what was out there to anybody, even the big fantasy platforms. Add crypto coin to that, and we have an incredibly successful platform, bringing people from all over the world playing on the same platform. And the more sports we add, the more fans we're going to get. And that's really the same message that's been given for months. And as we incorporate NBA, the surprise game, after that, we're going to get Major League Baseball, MMA certainly. So once all those sports are built, tested, and operating, we can expect hundreds of thousands, potentially millions of subscribers, which are all going to put a lot of demand on the coin, which is what we want. And I appreciate the crypto community having this outlook in terms of long-term funding a project when they know it's not here yet. But in our case, we've already delivered a working platform. We're very proud of it, and now we just have to put the building blocks on to make it the most complete fantasy sports platform out there, to incorporate crypto. And all I can say is I'm also very excited that everybody got together here, and we're like family. Now we get to sit down face to face and talk about what we're doing and what we see going forward. There's so many things happening in the crypto world, and none of us want it to end, and that's what worries us, right? We're always worried about things that might cause it to end, but the movement is so strong, and we've seen how governments have at least the U.S.
Can you really imagine a world without crypto anymore? Because after you learn so much about it, can you really imagine a world without it anymore?
No, absolutely not. And it has changed so much in the last few months, in the last year, and the last couple of years. And now there's so many people that believe in it that even if governments, are scratching their heads, they'll eventually get to a point where they're going to figure out how to regulate it and let it flourish, because it is flourishing, and with it brings jobs, brings innovation, brings speed. The speed of the chips used to mine have increased so quickly, so that's pushing the envelope in terms of technology. So many projects that couldn't get funded before are getting funded by very creative people, and that's just going to make society and the world better. And we're happy to be right in the middle of that with our own project that's delivered, that's already operating, and all we just need to do is put all the building blocks together. So in 1 year, when we've got 8 platforms operating or 8 sports working, 1 million subscribers may not be so difficult.
Exactly. If I can ask you one question, since we are literally in the middle of this crypto revolution and in the middle of the place, the ground zero where this is happening, because so many of the crypto communities are concentrated right here in California, especially in the Los Angeles area. Now, if there was one thing you would love to see from 2018, what would that be?
Stability.
I love that.
I don't even want, I don't even care if it's not a $20,000 Bitcoin. I mean, it could just stay where it is. But when you get stability and you don't get the huge movements, then it just makes the instrument more usable. Because that's sometimes the concern that people have. They're saying, hey, the fluctuation is so wild. But it is early. It's the first inning.
Yes, it is.
And everything's just getting settled. Crypto's just finding its way. But stability would be stability and definition by the governments. Definition in terms of regulation. Get some really good experts in there to define how to incorporate it in a very positive way into the economy, because it's a job machine. It's a job machine. It's an innovation machine, and it's a survival of the fittest. Also, certainly, we're all worried about the bad, but those projects will fall by themselves potentially.
Exactly.
And survival of the fittest will prevail, and we're proud. We might not be top 50 coin right now, but it's really because we haven't been discovered.
Exactly.
I feel that the moment we're discovered, where people realize what we've done in terms of taking sports, taking fantasy sports, and then putting all the sports under one roof, and then making that platform usable all over the world by anybody. And we're already translating in many languages, so it's not just about English. We're going to translate in multiple languages. I mean, we've got people from every single country, and they're all good guys. There's no bad guys.
That's beautiful.
And that's how this internet is.
It's true decentralization.
It really is. It's decentralization. It's just making it one world, one people, one money. Of course, money is what it is. It's specialized money. Now companies get to design their own money and use it, and it's efficient. In our case, we have a coin that's instant transfer, no cost to move. And that's what was needed in the gaming industry, where you could move coin in and out without worrying about how much it's going to cost or how long it's going to take to move. And you don't have to be sitting there for 5, 10, or 30 minutes, like with your fingers crossed, hoping your coin's going to arrive. In the case of NLC2, boom. And we knew that was very, very important. And maybe right now with the 10 and 20 and 30% moves coins can have in a single day, fees don't matter that much. But hey, every time I got to move Bitcoin and it's $10 or $20, you're thinking, wait a minute. You can move $1 million worth of NLC2 for under a penny.
Wow.
Right, because since we are a POS coin and the people processing the transactions are the wallet holders, which are already getting paid their 4%, they don't need to gouge the transaction like a coin that uses mining.
It for its money, yeah.
That's right. So we're all willing to move the transactions for 0.001 NLC2, which is essentially nothing, and that's at the end of the day, that's what's going to matter. That's what's going to matter. Speed and cost of transactions. So that's why we are well positioned. We've got a platform that works already and is operational. So I think we have it all. I think we have it all, except now we got to be discovered. Now we got to go out there and get into all of the markets and basically let the world know, hey, we're here and we've got the greatest stuff in the world, which is sports. I mean, in the coming years, we're also going to do Olympics. We're doing the World Cup in Russia, and that's going to be a big, big deal for soccer. We're going to treat the 2018 Russia as the launch of football, and I think we're going to be able to pull so many people from so many countries and tie it into the World Cup, and then eventually into just all the other football leagues, which are now 4. We're going to 8. Then we're going to China Super League. China and Belgium was telling me today, hey, get Belgium in there. So we got to look at all of the leagues, but it's all about niche markets, and that's what we are. We're going to be niche players and add crypto to the equation, and I think we've got a winner.
I love that. Rafael Groswirt, thank you so much for meeting me here.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome.